Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Slcmof and I'm back again with another video, and as we are approaching the release of Batman v Superman, I would like to discuss the outcome of of course, the title of the movie, Batman versus Superman. Who's gonna win? And as I said, nobody's gonna die in the movie. This is not like Civil War. We haven't had the DCEU for a decade. They're not gonna kill, their two biggest IPs, that is Batman and Superman, are the two biggest characters. However, there is something to be said of who wins, because the victor is going to claim a certain amount of reward. We just don't know what that reward will be until the film comes out. But there's certainly going to be stakes set. That's what movies are great at, and especially big blockbusters like this, they set stakes. So we're going to realize that there is a certain amount of pertinence, and somebody is going to come out victorious, contrary to popular belief. Yes, they will team up at the end, but whoever wins, it's going to be of value. It's going to be of importance, and I think that there will be a dichotomy presented to the viewer, and the viewer will have picked their side and picked who they want to win, and, whether they believe with that character, morally or what have you. I'm not really confident about anything that I've said about Batman v Superman in terms of speculation and theories. One of the things that I've noticed about this film that is totally brilliant, like outright brilliant, and these are the kind of things that, I think about from a kind of intellectual level, at least the way that Zack Snyder kind of looks at it as a filmmaker, but maybe viewers don't really look at it that way. But one of the things that I've noticed is the brilliance of the idea that Bruce Wayne, in the way that he addresses Clark, like in the new TV spot number 2, Bruce is just like, don't believe everything you hear, kid, or something like that. I believe that is exactly what he says, kid. So he refers to Clark Kent as a kid, and obviously, Bruce Wayne, he's this big billionaire guy walking around, everybody's looking at him, taking pictures of him. So what's amazing about that is that Bruce is more powerful than Clark. However, Superman is more powerful than Batman, which is a totally genius idea, in that they're alter egos, and essentially they're two different people, and one is more powerful than the others in different environments, and that's totally brilliant to me, and I hope that we get to see Bruce Wayne weigh some of his political power against Superman, weigh some of his political influence, and try to, influence the people into realizing, hey, this guy can basically destroy planet Earth if he wanted to. You guys should be concerned now. One of my main reasons that I think that Batman will end up defeating Superman in this conflict is to demonstrate Bruce Wayne's superior intellect, and also solidify him as a strong fighter that under the correct circumstances can defeat just about anyone using his wits and also his strength and power, which I think that, a lot of viewers, they have the interpretation of Christian Bale Batman in their mind, and simply, it's very clear that they're not going in that direction with this Batman. This is a much stronger, much more powerful Batman than we saw in Chris Nolan's Batman, which is a much more realistic and grounded take on Batman. And, you realize watching Batman in this new TV spot number 1, Batman is in complete control at every point throughout this movie, and I think that you will see that, and I think that you will see in the beginning when he's talking to Clark, he's in complete control of the situation. He's calling him a kid, and I think that even in their first encounter, when he comes into the Batmobile, and the Batmobile gets kicked out of the way like it's a freaking toy RC car or whatever, he's in complete control. He's not even scared at all, because he is in complete control of that situation. He understands Superman at that point. Superman, I don't think, understands him, and I think that it's very apparent by the fact that he simply flies away nonchalantly. He shrugs him off. He views Batman as a pest, as a distant existential threat that's just like, why are you here? Why are you bothering me? You're annoying. That's what he views him as. But Batman, you can tell by the way, if Superman ripped the door off the Batmobile, he just stands up and no one would recite the line that he says after that point. Do you bleed? If not, you will. Who says that to a god? Nobody. But he is, again, in complete control of the situation, and will understand that. By that point, he will already have Superman figured out. He already knows what's going on. And that's another thing. Batman recognizes Superman as a far superior force in terms of strength and everything else. Superman doesn't recognize him as that. So meanwhile, while Batman is training hard and he's working really hard to get back into the cape and cowl and get back up to peak strength, Superman doesn't even view this guy as anything forceful to him, as anything he should even consider. This guy's lecturing him about how he's going to make him believe, and he just flies off. He does not care. He's disinterested because he does not view him as a threat, and that will be his ultimate downfall. I think that they will display that. This is the classic hare and the tortoise kind of thing, and quite frankly, Superman is the hare, and Batman is the tortoise. And if you don't know what legend I'm talking about, then you should search up that story, because everybody should know it. So that's what I'm kind of coming from. I think that everything is pointing that way, and by the fact that they're showing us in all the trailers Batman getting his ass kicked, getting kicked around everywhere by Superman, I think that we're going to be in a pleasant surprise here in March, and I think that Batman's going to come on top, and that's just my honest belief. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did I present, evidence that was convincing to you, or do you still disagree? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. My name's Slcmof, and we'll see you in the next one.